As the last great cold receded, humanity's story pivoted from the wandering stars to the steady beat of the harvest. Along the rivers of Southwest Asia, the Nile, and the Indus, seeds and flocks tethered people to place. Far to the east, walled towns rose in China. Across the oceans, great maze cities and mountain plazas emerged in the Americas. With the first taste of surplus, villages swelled into cities, and cities hardened into states. Then came a revolution of the mind. With the scratch of a stylus on clay, writing fixed memory into law, tax, and command. Temples and palaces arose, organizing society, defining labor, status, and gender. Great faiths and philosophies emerged to justify this new order, to console loss and to imagine justice. Power became visible in roads and soldiers and invisible in the stories people dared not doubt. These shared scripts were the code for civilization, braiding the world together. Caravans pushed across deserts, monsoon captains tacked by the stars. Along the Silk Roads, Saharan trails, and Indian Ocean sea lanes, a new global web was woven. Paper and gunpowder traveled with ideas, while new crops journeyed the other way, knitting 3 continents together. Though plagues and wars tore at the strands, knowledge proved unstoppable. Meanwhile, the American continents matured in isolation, a rich and complex world of their own. The farms and ledgers, borders and beliefs of this era are the inheritance we live with today. But soon, the oceans would narrow into a single, stormy street. In the early 16th century, on a deck slick with brine, a new era was born. Seeds and animals sailed one way, devastating fevers the other. As indigenous towns fell silent, silver from the Andes funded empires in Asia, while chained bodies were ferried to labor on sugar shores. The world was now connected, but at a terrible cost. A new science mapped the skies and the flow of blood, and an age of reason dared to question kings. In 1517, a hammer on a church door sparked centuries of uprisings and revolutions. The 19th century brought the shriek of steam and the hum of the factory, linking coasts and quickening finance. Conquest and reform clashed under new flags, leading to 2 world wars of industrial slaughter. By 1945, humanity faced a nuclear reality as a wave of decolonization began to redraw the map once more. Then the screens arrived, and whispers became global broadcasts. Fiber optics and satellites wove an instantaneous web connecting our daily lives. A microbe can now circle the planet in days. The carbon we burn warms every sea. This shared legacy frames our most urgent debates, from editing the human genome to the ethics of artificial intelligence. The habits of centuries live in our pockets and our institutions. What comes next is not yet written. It turns on our choices, on who gets to decide, and that story is now ours to tell.